When talking about different camera types, the cost can greatly vary. You can have a smartphone for $100 or you can buy a medium format digital Hasselblad for over $10,000. So what are you paying for? Why are some cameras more expensive? And why would you want to pay more for a camera like that? In photography, price tends to go up for a more sensitive, bigger sensor. The speed of the camera, how fast it can take and process photos, pixel count, also known as resolution, ability to shoot video, and that video's quality, and the lens system. Most full-frame DSLRs are going to be the most expensive cameras you will see on the prosumer market, while smaller point-and-shoots will be the cheapest. In the mid-range, you'll find smaller crop sensor DSLRs and crop sensor mirrorless cameras, but you'll also see some crop sensor mirrorless cameras for the same price as a full-frame DSLR. It really varies. You may see an advanced point-and-shoot camera more expensive than a cropped frame DSLR, so you have to look a bit deeper than the sticker price on that type of camera to see really what's best for your budget and the type of photography that you're doing. This is why most camera salespersons will ask you for your budget before they tell you what kind of camera you're going to get into. Once you have an idea of how much money you can spend on a camera body, you then have to start thinking about lenses. A lot of cameras will come with a kit lens that is typically a zoom lens with a mediocre aperture. It will not be the best lens money can buy, but it will be great for basic lens to start with. And while you're learning, it's a really good lens. We'll cover lenses more deeply in the next section. Aside from lenses, you'll start to think about accessories and other purchases, and things that can get a bit pricey. Again, something we'll cover in a future section, but basically include things like flashes, stabilizations, battery packs, and more. If you have a very small budget, I would look into maybe getting a used camera. They will be cheaper and are a great option for just getting started. You can then spend that extra money you have on investing in a better lens that suits your type of photography that you're into. If you have a larger budget, test and handle as many camera systems as you can. If you start spending lots of cash on a camera with some lenses, you're going to start committing to a system with specific lenses and accessories. You want to make sure it works for you as a photographer and what you're shooting before you start spending a ton of money on one system. You can always sell your camera body when you're ready to upgrade, but keep your lenses and accessories. Lenses will outlast the technology of the camera body. A word about brands. Up until now, we haven't mentioned or recommended different camera brands, and the truth is that there's no one perfect brand. We've shot with all types of brands from Canon, Panasonic, Nikon, Fuji, Olympus, and Sony, and even more, and they're all really great. We can't tell you what camera brand to buy versus the other because it's really up to you to decide which camera feels most natural and what works for you. That's why we highly recommend going to a camera shop, putting it in your hand, and feeling it out. See what it feels like. Go through the menus and see if it's easy for you to understand. Even if you purchase the camera online, it's great to test it out before you buy it. So, if after watching the videos in this section you have a question on if you should get the Canon Rebel T7 or whatever, or the Nikon D5000 Plus or the Panasonic GH Infinity, know that the only advice we'll be able to give you is that you should go test out that camera yourself and see what you like. And that with any of those camera choices, you'll be able to take amazing photos.